In 2012 we spent our Chinese New Year holiday in Khao Lak, the quiet cousin of Phuket. For 11 nights and 10 days, the Orchid Beach Resort was our home in Thailand. Short time after their first opening, it was destroyed during the tsunami in 2004. This part of the country was hit with waves higher than 10 meters. Today it is a very nice place to spend your holiday. They are situated in an area of natural protection, and only a very small road divides the hotel from the white beach. The landscape is lovely, and even now during peak season there are not so much people. The weather is very warm with temperatures up to 35 degrees Celsius, and every day we have had one thunderstorm late in the afternoon. But it never lasted long, and so we most times could enjoy the sundown from the beach restaurant.
Matigas ang iyong ulo at ang payo nila'y sinuway mo.
One day we rented two small 150cc Honda scooter. We are curious in what kind of landscape we are now. Some people told us you should go to White Beach. There the sand is truly white. Mine hit the negative and latch on to the affirmative. It is a very lovely place and also a very quiet one. But it's also time to go on. The map showed us that there are some small waterfalls inside the mountains. While I was not brave enough to bring the scooter on a small gravel road uphill, Thomas did it for his own. It is a nice place to cool down a little bit during the hot daytime. We refill the scooters and our next stop will be the Tsunami Memorial Park. So many people died when the terrible flood hit this coastline. So many names are written on the wall. They should remind us that something like this can always happen. But life goes on, and the Thai government has made big efforts to bring wealth and life back to this region. The small center of this region is Khao Lak town, where we rented the scooter. For our way back to the hotel, we took one of these crazy motorbike taxis. This was really a nice day, and another trip you can make is visiting the Sunday market in Takuapa. This old town was founded in the 12th century and it always has been famous for merchandising. The big business more or less is gone, but every Sunday the main road is filled up with small sellers of food. It smells incredibly good, and Thomas and I have tried a lot of these dishes. Only short time later this day, another heavy thunderstorm hit the landscape. Thomas and I never have been on Phuket Island, so one day we decided, let's go shopping and have a sightseeing. People told us that in Patong is a very special leather shop. They do not only sell finished clothes and shoes, they also made it tailor-made for you. We spent quite some money there and then we walked along the road to Nicky's Handlebar, the second point on our must-do list. It is in Harley style, bar, restaurant and hotel, the only one in Thailand to my knowledge. You also can rent Harleys and make a trip round the island. We did it by car to see the famous beaches we only know from names and never have been there. Patong, for us it is a very crowded city, but here you can find all the nightlife you are missing in Khao Lak. And just down the coastline over a small hill you reach Karong Beach. It is a little bit more quiet than Patong Beach. The third one in line is Kata Beach. This is the smallest beach part. Now we are quite down south on Phuket Island. It's time to cross the mountains and go over to the east side. Here in Chalong Bay, the Andaman Sea is beautiful with all the small islands lying inside the water. It is a very windy day, but we enjoyed our dinner at Kang Eang at Pier Restaurant. It is so beautiful here, and that is why Thomas and I decided to make another trip to the seaside. We booked a day tour with the German tour guide Simone to the James Bond Island. She showed us very special things like cashew nut trees and how people make roof tiles out of palm trees. It's only a short drive, around 1 hour, from our resort to the pier where we meet our skipper. This whole area between land and sea is under natural protection. We enjoyed the boat ride and we enjoyed to watch the wildlife in this mangrove jungle. We have seen sea eagles and other kind of rare birds and even the glimpse of a wild living ape. Because it is low tide, we have the chance to visit one of the famous limestone caves. This is very impressive and it reminds Thomas and me at Ha Long Bay in Vietnam. Now we speed up a little bit and hurry to the famous James Bond Island. In 1974, they made the James Bond thriller The Man with the Golden Gun partly in this area. It was only a scene around 2 minutes, but it was enough. For me, in reality, it's not so very impressive. Simone told us that this is a quiet day. Normally, the whole place is crowded with canoes and tourists. On our way back to the pier, we make a stop in the so-called Sea Gypsy village. Immigrants originated from Malaysia are settling here in houses on the water. Partly they get their income from the tourist industry, but they also still live a life of fishermen.
Birds do it, bees do it, even educated fleas do it.
They are strict Muslims, and that's why no dog can be found on the village. After 1 hour of sightseeing, we enter our boat again. We are passing by some very ancient drawings on rocks. Nobody knows who made them, and they are very, very ancient and still there.
Let's fall in love. The Dutch in old Amsterdam.
After a short lunch break at the pier, we visit our next destination, a very, very special monastery. The monks have been very busy to create sculptures, and we are very busy to watch the monkeys which are living here. I don't know the English name, but Simone told us that these are rotgesichtige Kurzschwanzmakaken.
People say in Boston, beans do it. Let's do it.
Thomas was brave enough to climb the wooden stairs uphill and gave us this wonderful sight over the landscape.
Atlantic sponges, they say, do it.
This monastery is very unusual because the sculptures are showing the sins and the hells belonging to them.
Let's fall in love.
This is more fascinating than watching all the saints.
Cape Cod clams against their wish. Do it.
But the real beauty to find is the nature around. That's why the last destination of today will bring us to a forest park. In this quiet and peaceful forest, the only noise are the birds and the waterfall. In small pools you can refresh yourself or let the fish clean your food. And one man was even brave enough to let an unpoisoned spider crawl up his skin.
Way to bring me shed rowing, shallow shoals, English souls.
Holidays are over and we have taken quite some fine memories back home as souvenirs. One day we will come back for sure, because here is much more to explore in this part of Thailand. So, bye bye and sabadi!